What is going on, Fig fam? Welcome back to the Fig Heel YouTube channel. I am the Fig Heel, and today we're going to be taking a look at all of the wrestling figure reveals that we saw throughout the week. And there's some pretty awesome stuff, so stay tuned. Man, this week we got a little of this, a little of that, all different styles, all different form factors, and things that I think you guys are really going to enjoy. But before we get into that, there's something I want to talk about that I don't really bring up too often on YouTube, and that is that you can actually order WWE figures at retail before they even hit retail through my Amazon page. So all you have to do is go to www.heelsdeals.com. That's HEELSDEALZ.com. And it'll bring you right here to this page. This is my Amazon store. Now, I am not shipping these items. Just when they go into the system, I post them. And a lot of the things I post, you cannot access in regular Amazon. So I will show you. For instance, today, the new Ultimate Edition Usos went up on the page, as well as the new Bloodline figures from Elite Series 118. You can see Jacob Fatu, Tongaloa, and Tamatanga on there for $22.99. Now, if I click this picture, it's going to go to a dog. It's going to go to a dog, say, sorry, that page can't be found. All right, because this is kind of hidden deep in there. These are like early pre-orders. So what you have to do is you have to figure out the figure you want. Click here, see details. When I click see details, this pops up. Again, if I click any of this, if I click see details here, it's going to go to a dog. I can't do it. But if I click add to cart, it is going to add to my cart and I will be able to purchase this figure. All right. So a lot of people were asking, how come I can't order Tamatanga? How come I can't order Jacob Fatu? How come I can't do this? That's why you're just approaching it wrong. So do not click the image. If you click the image, it's going to go to a dog. I would show you, but if I click it, it's going to open a new window and it won't be visible on this because I'm just sharing the tab. But you can see for yourself. That's HEELSDEALZ.com, heelsdeals.com. I mean, listen, I post all of these links up there before they are even in the search engine. So if you want to get first dibs on these figures, follow my Amazon page and keep an eye out for all of this stuff. All right. So that is, I'll plug it each week if I have to. That's what you got to do. See details, add to cart. Do not click the picture. Don't click the second see details. I know it's weird, but it won't let you buy it unless you do it in the sequence I show you. So pick them up now. All right, and now what we're here for, right? Let's get into this week's wrestling figure reveals. It is time for the Fig Heel reveals, and let's get into it. Starting off with independently, Rope Collectibles showed off a hard copy sample of the mold of the upcoming Spellbinder, and this thing looks great to me. It does. This might be one of their best molds that they've done. The hat is removable. He is going to come with the underwear accessory. I legitimately think this looks very good, but I'm curious to see it painted. Again, I didn't order this one yet. I need to because Fantasio is probably never getting another figure, and I think this is going to be the only way. So I'm definitely picking this one up, and so far, I think it looks really good. Also, Rush announced that they're going to be doing a title belt collection, and this is going to be Series 1. I like the packaging idea. Very cheap, very easy, very simple. But these are going to be essentially fantasy titles. We have the Trump American Champion, which I'll show you right here. The side plates of it, you can't see, but it's like the numbers of his presidency, 45 and 47. A tag team championship, which honestly, I dig besides those flags. This is like just a regular championship, I guess. And then Ringmaster's Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. So creating his own championships, but you know what? People love belts. This could do very well. So I'm curious to see. But very, very cool to see people, you know, really betting on themselves. So shout out to Rush Collectibles. You can get these at rushfigures.com. Also, Top Rope Collectibles, who we announced last week, they're going to be doing the Diamond Stud. They showed updated renders of their Paul Orndorff, and honestly, I think it looks much better than it did before. They just keep improving it each sculpt, and I don't think they're done. So great, because the first sculpt, I was like, yeah, it's all right. Then the second one got better, and this is even better than that. So as long as you're improving, that's all we ask, right? And they are also going to be doing their own titles. When they first announced this line, they did say that each figure was going to come with a title similar to Galoob, but I don't think things were done in time, and that's okay. But it looks like they are going to be offering these championship titles at some point. They got black, pink, gold, and honestly, the simplified design I think is very reminiscent of the Galoob line, so I am here for it. Moving on, KWK Kayfabe Heroes, they are going to be doing some announcements through different platforms. I will be announcing one. I'm going to be announcing a female legend that has signed to KWK, and I'm going to be announcing that next Friday on this reveal video, so stay tuned for that. And yes, this is the new KWKs with the cheaper price point. My man Mitch, always showing off some stuff, sent me a text at like 3 a.m. with these pictures. I did see the front. I'm not going to show you guys until he's ready to show them, but man, these look great. Redoing the Godwins, all new molding, all new head sculpts. I love it. And who's that in the middle? We can only assume. I mean, I know who it is, but we can only assume it's Hillbilly Jim, baby. And yes, Hillbilly Jim is going to be getting a standalone. He's going to have the overalls. He's going to have the horseshoe chain. And he's going to have the hat. Love this. It's about time that Hillbilly Jim gets the retro treatment. It's kind of crazy that he hasn't up to this point. Very, very cool. So shout out to Grapplers and Gimmicks, hasteltoy.com, HASTTEL, TOY.com. Did I say TEL? I think I did. But yeah, that's the website if you want to pre-order these. Moving on. My friends over at the Golden Era of Wrestling, the Nerd Closet, the nerdclosetonline.com, put up Series 2 of their Matt Maniacs. And it's going to have the major players, Matt and Brian. It's going to have the Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff. A lot of Matts here, right? And the Powers of Pain, Barbarian, and Warlord. And I think these look great. Listen, initially, I was like, I wasn't sold on the Legion of Doom and Steiners until I got them in hand, and I was like, wow, these are high quality, beautiful collectible pieces. So if you are into them, you have the first series, you can go pre-order Series 2 now, or if you're just into trying them out, you can go do that right now at the nerdclosetonline.com. And also, there is a Demolition 2-pack that is going to be a WrestleCade weekend exclusive 2025. Now, to order this, you need to go to WrestleCade.com. These are not available on the nerdclosetonline.com. These are available on WrestleCade.com. Same price. They will have removable helmets. They will have all that stuff. They look great. Removable entrance vests, as you can see. So these are going to be some of the most toyetic ones they've done yet. I love the head sculpts. There's Axe. There's Smash. These are going to look awesome on a shelf. So right there, 4 new tag teams coming to the Golden Era of Wrestling Matt Maniacs line from the Nerd Closet. So they're really pumping these things out. And this Demolition Pack, WrestleCade.com, it's an exclusive to WrestleCade. You can pick it up at WrestleCade or have it shipped to you. You do not have to be going to WrestleCade to get this. I think this is an awesome, awesome collaboration with WrestleCade and these guys. So very cool to have something like that, like a convention exclusive. It just feels good. I don't think any other independent company has done that where they've really aligned with a convention to do this. So very, very interesting stuff. Also, Zombie Sailor Toys finally getting that modern scale series, and it is going to be called the Pinnacle Collection. Series 1. It's going to have Abdul the Butcher first, and man, this thing looks awesome. I wasn't sure if I was grabbing any of these. I was going to base it off price point, which we still don't know. However, Zombie Sailor has said that people will be surprised by the price of these, that it will be competitive with other modern scale figures, and that I believe he said might be scaling back the retro price. So that makes me think that these could be around the $55, $60 range, which I think is doable. It's a lot better than the $75 to $100 range that a lot of people were thinking. But this Abdullah looks awesome. All the heads are great. The body mold's incredible. I'm curious what the leg articulation looks like at the hips, but it's covered by pants, as is the what's his name? King Kong Bundy. But the cloth goods pants here look great. The pointy boots, the taped hands. I mean, this looks great. You can't argue with it. Do I think that this is going to look good on a shelf next to an Elite? No, I think this is really gonna kind of like overshine on Elites. I don't know how playable these are. They do have the articulation. They are in scale with AEW Jazzwares, with Elites, with Ultimates. I've seen it. They are in scale 100%. They look great side by, like as far as side by side, the comparison of height. But I think that these look like an upscale collectible compared to Elite. So I don't know if I would want to put these on a shelf with them. I think these deserve their own shelf. There he is with the head wrap on, as well as the fork in his hand. And there is all of the whole, shebang right there. You get the head wrap, you get the 2 additional head sculpts, 2 additional hands. Man, this thing looks great. And I really hope these are like 55, 60, because I will be picking them up on March 27th at 8 p.m. on zombiesailor.com. He also showed off Brian Pillman. You can see the leg articulation and knee articulation there. Looks great. He's got the jeans, boots, that Rogue Horseman shirt, as well as the vest, and the crutches come with it. Now, a lot of people saying that the head sculpt isn't great. This is much better than the initial head sculpt that he showed a couple years ago. He does come with the 9mm Glock. He does come with the hair draped in front of his face, and I do think it looks like him. I really can't bash this. I think he's improved the head sculpt on this a lot. Now, you have to remember, you're talking about a man who's passed on. It's not like he can go in and get a close scan of Brian Pillman. I mean, you got to work from photographs. You got to have a sculptor, and I think he did very, very good on this. Plus, it's kind of interesting. He does come with the glasses, the Screw You sunglasses, and he had these licensed by High Tech Designs, people that actually designed them, which is like going above and beyond on this. I'm actually very, very impressed by this. There's the back of the vest, so much better than the Elite. I got to be honest. Look at the cane head. It's beautiful with that horse on top. I mean, really high quality stuff here. And there is the whole layout. Right here, it shows only 1 crutch. The other picture showed 2. So I'm curious, is he getting 2 crutches? 1, we shall see. 2 additional heads, 3 additional hands. Everything's there. You're never going to get a Brian Pillman with a gun again. So if you want it, I think you got to get it. So we shall see how much these are going to be on March 27th on zombiesailor.com. Also, right now on shopaew.com, only 500 available. The Rizzler has a wrestling figure, a micro brawler. Now, you can hate this all you want, but, and trust me, there's a lot of hate when I posted this on Instagram. A lot of hate for this, but you got to really take a step back. Take your feelings out of the whole equation, as I did, and you got to look at this from a marketing and business standpoint. This kid, the Rizzler, as much as you may think he's a joke, he has a much bigger fan base than damn near every single person on the AEW roster. So, from that right there, whether his fans are wrestling fans or not, they're going to want merch. And I can tell you right now, only 500. This is not a big risk to take by putting him in the line, and I'm sure these are going to sell out. I'll be honest, I might even buy one. And I can only imagine that AJ and his son are getting them as well. AJ follows me, and Big Justice, they follow me on TikTok. We've spoken a little bit, and at one point he told me that they do have some figures in the works. He didn't say what. I didn't ask what. But I can only assume that it might be micro brawlers. We shall see. I don't know. Maybe they're doing their own stuff, but seeing the Rizzler get a micro brawler led me to believe maybe it is a micro brawler. So we shall see, but I think this is very cool for this kid. Foco dropped on March 16th, a limited to 100 King of the Ring Stone Cold Steve Austin bobblehead commemorating the Austin 316 speech. And initially they put this out, and it has March 16th, 1996 on it, which for those of you keeping track at home is not the date of King of the Ring 96 when Stone Cold Steve Austin made this promo. I reached out to my connect over at Foco, and he very, very quickly had it fixed and sent me over this. So it does have the official date of June 23rd. 1996 on it. So they did fix the date, guys. For those of you that were holding off on getting it because of the date, it's been fixed. Up on WWEshop.com, Fanatics exclusive Hall of Fame Rowdy Roddy Piper with the plaque is finally available. I love the Hall of Fame set because of the black box, so I definitely have to pick this one up. Looks very, very cool. And then Big Shot dropped some new heat. Here we have Kevin Owens with the KO shirt and the KO shorts. All of his tattoos and a great likeness. Look at that beard. That thing is perfect. And one of my favorites they've done, Attitude Era Kane with the single sleeve. He's got the hair draped down, the angry look in his eyes. You can even see the stubble on the chin hanging out of the mask. Single glove, but does have that wrist wrap on the left side. This is a very cool one. And they asked if anybody they asked on Instagram who people want to see next. I said Bray Wyatt, and they shared mine to their story. The only one they shared to their story saying who wants to see Bray Wyatt. So I got to imagine Big Bray is coming very, very soon. And I assure you, I will be picking up the retro 22-inch despite the price. I am picking that bad boy up. And they showed off that they have a limited edition Big Shot's WrestleMania logo history throw blanket. This thing is 50 inches by 60 inches, has every single WrestleMania logo from WrestleMania 1 even up to this year's WrestleMania 41 that didn't happen yet. I love stuff like this. I'm a big logo whore, so I love seeing this. So I'm very excited. I think I might have to pick this up. Plus, Macho Friend is a huge blanket fan. I mean, I've never seen somebody who has so many blankets. So that is it. But man, there's some cool stuff that we are seeing. Make sure you comment below your favorite thing that we showed off this week. Hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Fig Heel. Twitter is at The Fig Heel. Pick up the Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia, available now on Amazon.com, or simply go to heelbooks.com and make sure you follow heelsdeals.com. Are you a wrestling figure collector of WWE Mattel, AEW Jazzwares, and everything in between? Then you need Fig Heel's Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia, the modern edition covering all releases from 2010 to present day. Featuring over 5,000 photos of action figures from the hottest brands, including independent toy makers. Keep track of what you have, want, and need, including loose, mock, and overall collection value. With shots by Matthew Goldberg, the Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia is a must-have for collectors. Premium full-color and value black and white editions available now on Amazon.com. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Fig Heel. Pick up my book series on Amazon and my merchandise on ProWrestlingTees.com/FigHeel. Join my official sponsor, Whatnot, at WhatHeal.com and receive $15 off your first purchase.